Hey, you guys, Desmond here, and welcome back to
Wrong intro.
wrong intro. Today was the first day in like forever that I played The Sims, so maybe that's why that intro was. And it was nice to play The Sims today. But anyway, hey, you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome to the Unapologetically Honest Show, the show where we give our unapologetically honest opinion about our favorite TV shows and everything else. Okay, today we are going to talk about episode 2 of The Masked Singer, season 7, honey. So, what did you think overall of this episode?
I thought we were gonna get a different group.
I did too.
And then there were some performances that I thought were stronger that apparently everybody else thought was weaker.
Yeah. But here's the thing, all 4 of them really did, all but one, did a really good job.
Yeah.
It was really weird because the bottom 2 this week was not the bottom 2 I picked.
Well,
one of them was.
One of them was.
I picked one of them.
One of them was.
We'll talk about who I thought was going to be with them a little bit later.
I think we were on the same wavelength.
Because overall, I enjoyed it. And since we didn't get any clues this week, I went ahead and went back to the first episode and watched the clue packet again to see if there was anything that I missed the first time. And baby, I caught something with the power of Google. Because I started Googling stuff. I'm like, so I think I know who Cyclops is now. Okay. I think I know. I have an educated guess, honey. I may be wrong or I may be way off. I might be reaching. We'll have to see, because I might be reaching, though.
Look, I think at this point, everybody is reaching.
Obviously, I was reaching on the ram, so we'll get into that here in a minute. Well, let's go ahead and let me share this here screen, and we are going to get into it. Here we go. We start off the episode with Nick Cannon reminding us that it is the good, the bad, and the cuddly. And like you mentioned earlier, we got the same group from last week, and we're going to get them again next week.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't either.
Like,
I want to
go ahead.
I want to hear everybody sing and then kind of dwindle down that way.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to, okay, we're going to have these 5 and these 5 are going to duke it out. Because right now, the way that it's looking, there's going to be like 3 or 4 from like the Cuddly in the finale.
The way it's looking right now, there's going to be one person from each of these groups that they put together that's going to make it to the finale. Now, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. My thing is, let's spread this out. We'll call this group A. Okay, we'll get group B next week, and then group C the week after that. Then we get this episode, and then we get one with the B group and the C group, so that we're seeing everybody. They're intertwining, and it's been a minute since we've seen the Firefly, so we're like, oh yeah, I forgot we love the Firefly.
Right.
But then again, with them not doing another clue packet and just doing a mega clue this week, I can see why they're doing it this way as well, but it's just like, I don't particularly care for it. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get into these performances. So we have our normal judges, Nicole Scherzinger, I said it right again, Ken Jeong, Jenny McCartney-Wahlberg, and Robin Thicke. But this week,
looking just like his daddy right there. Oh my goodness.
Let me go back and see that again. If that ain't Alan.
If that looked just like Alan Thicke. Oh,
Alan.
Oh my God. He looked just like his daddy.
Alan can't deny that one. He can't.
Ooh, may he rest in peace. Oh my goodness. Wait, if Alan
Thicke passed away?
Alan Thicke has been gone for like at least a decade.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
No, he hasn't. I'm finna Google it. Hold on.
Google it.
Google it. No. Let me bring
that. Yes.
Alan Thicke is not.
Alan Thicke has been dead for quite some time, my dear.
You are trying to kill Alan Thicke, and I do not appreciate that.
Not trying to kill Alan Thicke.
Yes, you. Oh my God, he died. It ain't been a decade. 2016 is when he passed away.
Okay.
It's been what, 6 years? Dang. Oh, Alan, rest in peace. Wow.
I said least.
Oh my goodness. Is Robin Thicke on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure because my thingy moved when I moved something else. Okay. Oh my goodness. Alan Thicke passed away. It's like it's fresh for me.
It's fresh for you.
I thought this man was alive.
No. Apparently, he's been gone for 6 years. He died like right before he got in so much trouble. And his marriage was ending. So that's why he was just like, no, I need you to stay with me. Because daddy was gone. Marriage was over. Son was gone with mama.
Oh, that hurts.
The growing pains. Daddy is gone.
And see, oh, now I feel bad because last season, hold on, I got my notes from last season right here. Last season, oh, here we go. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Oh, what the hell? I didn't mean to do that. But last season, hold on, one of these folks I thought was Alan Thicke. Last season, the hamster. I thought it was Alan Thicke, Robin Thicke's dad, and it turned out to be Rob Schneider. But yeah, damn, I feel bad for that guest now. Because I was confident.
You was trying to bring that man back from the dead.
I'm like, that is Alan Thicke. Oh my God.
That is not.
Why'd you bust my bubble? You could have let me continue to live in my ignorance.
I thought you knew. That's why I said that he rest in peace. He looked just like his damn daddy.
God, dog, you hit me with that hard. Let's move on. So, this week we got a special guest judge. Who is it? Who is it?
I'm not even gonna lie. I thought it was Bill Engvall.
It's Eric STONESTREET. Now, I saw the preview for this week's episode, so I knew it was him. But for those who don't know, he is from Modern Family. Excuse me. Love the show.
Yes.
He is hilarious on the show and outside the show. Now, I'm not watching the whole Domino Masters. Baby, if they said Domino Masters one more time in this episode.
You know, you got to plug. You got to plug. It's just like YouTube.
They plugged it so many times.
Yes, because in my show, Domino Masters, he kicks it back to me and I kick it back to him. So I'm thinking it's my co-host.
From Domino Masters. Like, come on. Speaking of plug, don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead real quick. You know, we'll wait. Go ahead. You know you love us.
Yes.
Made it this deep into the video, you love us. And
okay.
Subscribed. Why?
Please subscribe.
Please.
For one of these beautiful faces.
For both of them. But yes, Eric is here, and I enjoyed him as a judge. Well, today, I watched the episode today, but you know, I enjoyed him as a judge on this episode. I did. So one more time, here's Team Good, Team Bad, and Team Cuddly. But we're going to start off with the Firefly.
Yeah.
So this week, the Firefly sang P.Y.T, Pretty Young Thing, by Michael Jackson. What did you think of this performance?
It was good. Slightly underwhelming, but still really good.
I thought it was a solid performance. This was the one I didn't agree with being in the bottom two this week.
Same.
I was like, you heard the other one, right? But I'm gonna be quiet.
No.
I'm gonna be quiet. But overall, I thought the performance was a good job. Good job. the little, 1, 2, 1, 2, she threw in there. I was like, okay.
Right.
But I am 10 toes down, 10 fingers wrapped around. I fully believe that this is Teyana Taylor.
Yes, especially after the mega clue. I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, we're gonna get to that. Mega clue. Pharrell. She's worked with Pharrell.
Pharrell discovered her.
I thought Kanye West discovered her. Or
no.
they both did it?
No. Pharrell discovered Teyana Taylor when she was 15 years old.
Okay.
She's been a musician. That's the reason why when she was like, I've been a musician all my life and I'm from New York, I was like, okay, yes, this is Teyana Taylor. Because as old as I am, I remember watching her Super Sweet 16 episode.
Mm-hmm.
And she had like
you told me she had a Super Sweet 16 because I didn't know that.
Yes, she had a Super Sweet 16 episode and Pharrell was there.
Got you.
I am aging myself so much.
It's Teyana Taylor, hands down. Good job.
Teyana Taylor.
But some of the people that they guessed this week was Aisha Tyler again. Cole and Lauryn Hill. Now we know damn well that ain't Lauryn.
I knew it wasn't Keisha Cole because Keisha Cole isn't from New York. Keisha Cole is from Compton.
Listen, Keisha Cole and Lauryn Hill are the two voices. As soon as they would start singing, I would have known. Right off.
Yes.
Especially Miss Lauryn.
Well, I don't know where they're getting Alicia Tyler from. I've never heard her sing.
I don't think I've ever heard her sing either, but I think they're trying to play off the fact that there was a comedy mic.
The comedy mic and the Tyler Perry.
Yeah, and that's how they're merging those together. But at the same time, Teyana is known for her comedy as well. Because I don't care what nobody says, she was hilarious in Medea's Big Happy Family.
Irene. Now I'm gonna make a confession because midweek I saw a preview and I thought it was Brandy, and then I was like, wait a minute, because I don't know about Brandy because the only thing that was off was the New York clue because Brandy has been in a Tyler Perry movie, I was like, the only thing that's throwing it off is the New York part.
And I was telling her this earlier, Brandy's a little thicker right now. So, and plus I think they were shooting Queens at the same time this was airing. I mean, they were shooting this. So I don't think she was able to do both at the same time. Not just yet, things are opening back up, but I don't think they're allowing people to do 2 projects at one time like they used to.
Right.
Because before the pandemic, Monday you could be on this set, but by Wednesday you on a different set. Then Monday you back to this other set.
Right.
So you can get another job.
Because because she would have finished her tour right before this film, or she would have filmed this right before she went on tour.
So Teyana's on tour right now?
No, she did a Final Rose tour.
Oh, Rose and Harlem. I'm sorry.
She did her Final Rose tour in the fall, so sometime in November.
They shot this in January.
Okay, so she had just finished her tour then.
Just finished it. Okay, yeah, they shot this in January. Where did I see that tea at? I saw that tea somewhere. They shot this in January.
Okay, which would make a lot of sense because she fell off of my Instagram for a minute because I was following her heavy, and it would make a lot of sense that she would be here and fell off of Instagram because Iman was on tour during Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
So this would make a lot of sense.
He won that. I'm still so happy he won that.
And that would also explain her reaction when she was at the bottom.
We don't talk about that because if that didn't give away who it was. Okay, up next is the Cyclops.
You know what? I've kind of given up on trying to figure out who this is.
Now, I have a theory, and we're going to get into it. But he sang Suspicious Minds by Elvis Presley. Now, you know where I work.
Yes.
You know where what I used to do before I got my position now.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, with the place where I worked, there was one, well, several of them, but there was one that just loved Elvis Presley.
May he rest in peace.
And
speaking of which, there's one I'm curious about.
And it's just so many.
Left this mortal portal yet, and you don't have to tell me about it.
Okay, but this song, you don't know how many mornings I would come in, and he was up there at that radio, getting down to Suspicious Minds on repeat. A lot of them Elvis songs, like you see. And here's the thing, I low key like this one, so like that one, but just. We're hearing this, I think of Blue Suede Shoes. Yes. Oh, God, Blue Suede Shoes. I can't. That song still to this day makes my skin crawl because he so much. So when I saw Elvis's name, I'm like, oh, God. But I do like this song. I will say that. And I thought the Cyclops did an amazing job. So the mega clue was this meteorite that crashed on Earth in 1988. And these are the people that the judges thought they were. They thought it was Chris Pratt, John Lithgow, I hope I'm saying his name right, and Rob Thomas.
Right.
Here's who I think it is. Let me put my little hat on.
Uh-huh.
Let me put my little hat on. Here we go.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. So like I said, I went back and watched the clue packet. In Cyclops' clue packet, there was a turtle. So I'm thinking there's a connection to the Teenage Mutant Turtles. So I go Google the 90s show. I think it was 90s or early 2000s, whichever one it was.
They've been in every decade since the 80s.
Yeah, so I went to the animated show that I grew up watching. And I looked
at the late 90s, early 2000s version.
So I looked at the voice actors and one name stuck out to me.
And who was that?
Corey Feldman. He voiced Donatello. And if you remember, Corey was also in The Goonies. And you remember who they were after? The pirate with the last fortune, One-Eye Willie.
Okay.
What is the costume?
A Cyclops.
I don't know if I'm reaching. I don't know if I'm reaching, but this is Corey Feldman. This is Corey Feldman. I don't know if I'm reaching. I might be. You might be. But it makes sense. I'm not crazy. It makes sense. It makes sense. Google is your friend, okay?
I know.
That's why I had to put this on, because I know I'm reaching. I am reaching.
You very much are.
But it makes sense. You can't tell me it don't make sense.
So, because of the 1988 reference and the Rock reference, I thought it was a wrestler.
Oh,
but
no.
I did not think
Bob is a wrestler, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
But I didn't think he was the Rock.
I thought now that clue kind of stumped me. I'm like, I don't know about that, but that clue packet, I'm sorry, that turtle led to Teenage Mutant Turtles. I saw Corey's name. I remembered that part from the Goonies. It makes sense for the costume. Like, you can call me Ken Jeong because I reached out there, but I feel like I'm right, and I'm gonna die on this hill. It is Corey Feldman.
Okay, I'm gonna let you die on your hill.
It is Corey Feldman. And next week when he's unmasked, because let's be real, he's not gonna be Tiana Taylor or Thingamabob. Let's just be real. No. I'm gonna be sitting there like this. Be like, I told you. And if it is him, oh, you're gonna be sick of me during the review. Oh, you're gonna be sick of me. Sick of me. Sick of me. But anyway, taking that off.
Okay.
But I believe that's Corey Feldman.
I think it's Dave Bautista.
Now, how's a turtle connected to the see English? There it goes. The turtle clue. How is that a connection to Dave Bautista?
Don't know, just the rock clue is what I was going off of. I forgot about last week's clues.
But like I said, I had time, so I went back and watched it. So that's the only reason. That's what really made me start Googling who voiced the Teenage Mutant Turtles on that show that I watched.
Corey Feldman.
And then baby. And then that's where I went down the rabbit hole. And I'm like, because I clicked on all four of them because I went to Wikipedia. I clicked on all four of them. And when I clicked on Corey's name, the Goonies, I'm like, oh yeah, the Goonies. And
so you think the costume is a clue as well?
Oh yeah. Well, sometimes, not all the times. But like in this case, this costume, the Rams costume was a clue as well. So sometimes the costumes are clues. I think most of the time they are. There's a few times they're not. Like last week, that was not a clue. That was, I think he just did that to throw people off.
The Scotty.
So we're moving on to the Ram. And the Ram sang Learn to Fly by the Foo Fighters. What did you think of this performance?
That was an interesting performance.
It was good. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it wasn't.
Right.
But out of the four, he was the
yeah.
Like he did good in my opinion. It's just he was the weakest out of the four.
That part.
But his mega clue is the fact that he's won an Emmy. And that didn't help me not one bit. I'm like, did Matthew, is that what his name? Hold on, let me look at this paper. You know me, I got my notes here. Matthew Stafford. I'm like, does he have an Emmy? I'm still gonna pick him though. I don't know if he got an Emmy, but I'm gonna pick him. I was wrong, but still. But they thought it could possibly be Jason Sudeikis. There we go. Ty Burrell and Jason Biggs. I'm not gonna lie, I was almost sold on Jason Biggs. I'm like, you know what?
I was not.
You know what? You know what?
What?
They're making sense. Jenny's making sense. But yeah, I was wrong. Oh my goodness. But another clue is that Kate Hudson is a friend of the Ram. So it's nice to know that Kate Hudson and oh shit, what's that man's name? I wrote it down. Jeff, what's his name? I don't remember. We'll get to him here in a minute. But up next is the Thingamabob.
The Thingamabob.
Performance of the night.
That was good. I'm not gonna lie. It was good.
Perfect by Ed Sheeran and Beyonce. My goodness. My goodness. My goodness. That. Whoa. I was sitting there right here behind me on my couch. I leaned back. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't know who you are, but it's going to be between you and Firefly who's going to represent this group. I don't know who's it going to be. I don't know who's going to be. I hope it's Firefly. I want Firefly to go farther. But if Bob brings out another performance like this next week, we might find out that it's really Tiana under there. My Lord. Oh my.
And then she going to be mad how my husband win a show and I lose.
My thing is, I've been saying this for years. Tiana Taylor should have been on Dance with the Stars. She would have ate them up. She would have ate them all up. Oh, she would. It's still on the table, ma'am. If you want to sign up, we would love to see you this year. We are going to cover that. That's later in the year though, but we are going to cover it. I would love to see you and give you some 10s because I'll be quick to throw a 10 at you. But anyway, so the clue is shields.
Shields.
Now this is where the wrestler fan in me went. Choo-choo. The Shield was a very popular faction in the WWE. It consists of Dean Ambrose, now known as Jon Moxley, Seth Rollins, now known as Seth freaking Rollins, and Roman Reigns.
And you think it's Roman Reigns?
I think it's Roman Reigns. I may be wrong, let's be real. I've been hollering wrestling names for years on this show because I'm like, they're on Fox. Wrestling is now on Fox, and you know, Roman Reigns is on SmackDown, so it would be great crossover. And the build is kind of right.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sitting here thinking, no, he was champion in January. Wait a minute.
He was champion in January.
But no, he was only gone for a week though. But hell, the way they're shooting this, probably all he needed was a week. Because on January 1st, they were supposed to have a pay-per-view. And Roman Reigns was pulled from the card last minute, but they said he tested positive for COVID. What if that was a lie and he went to go do this show?
No, because nobody's supposed to know that they're on it.
That's why he told folks he had COVID. So he could go do that show and nobody would know. And if that is true, Roman, don't play with us like that, because I was worried about you, especially with your previous health issues, honey. But yeah, I know Roman wouldn't play like that. But could you imagine if he did that? But I'll be gagged if that's Roman. But yeah, I think it might be all right. I don't know, because hold on. I had a name that I wrote down. Thingamabob. Oh yeah, Darius Rucker. It's either Roman Reigns or Darius Rucker. I know, completely different sides of the field, but it's one of them. It's one of them. It's just I don't think Darius is that you know what I'm saying. But then again, that could be padding with the costume to throw people off,
right?
Because my only thing is, if I ever do that show, I would have to do something like that Jack in the Box, to where because my height would give me out unless I just hint that I'm a basketball player and they guess that. But yeah, Thingamabob, you did amazing. I loved it. Now, they thought Thingamabob was The Rock, Omar Benson Miller, or Jason Momoa. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was feeling Robin there for a second. I'm like, you know what? That could be Jason Momoa.
I think it could be Jason Momoa too.
It could be. Especially when he said Trident. I'm like, sir, you're either playing really hard to think you are You're either
can't talk today.
I can't. Like, English is not my first language today. I don't know what is. But yeah.
Simlish.
All right. But yeah, it might be Jason. I wrote it down with a question mark. I'm like, maybe Jason. So
something to take his mind off the possible divorce.
So afterwards, Nick Cannon brings everybody back up here, and the audience must pick who is in the top and who is in the bottom. And we find out that the bottom two is Firefly,
which it shouldn't be,
and Ram, which
I agree with.
The hell out of me. Ram, yes. Honestly, as much as I love Corey Feldman, I would have put Cyclops in the bottom with Ram.
Yes, same.
That really, I was confused. I'm like, I need to go talk to the audience members. I promise it will not take long. Like, what are y'all doing?
What is in y'all's brains today?
Like, what are they feeding y'all? Like, what is going on?
Are they feeding y'all?
And the Firefly walks off the stage.
Yes, and I don't blame her.
Excuse me, you think this is an appropriate way to respond to being in the bottom?
No, not really.
Okay, I'm gonna say I love her, but this was completely out of line. And 30 seconds to on air, she wants to make her way back out on stage. Honestly, I would have sent her home, regardless how she did in a duel. Because professionalism, honey, professionalism. At the end, you're still going to have to work after this, and people are going to look at this as if that was a temper tantrum.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, sis, no, you make it, no. Because if it is Tiana Taylor, now you're giving them ammo to call you an angry Black woman, and I don't like that.
No,
I don't like that one because I hate that stereotype for Black women.
Oh my God, I hate it so much. Oh my goodness. I every job that I have ever been let go of, that's how they treated me. Every job. It irks my soul, my spirit, everything.
But she was.
And I'm like, I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm calm collected. I'm sitting here looking at you, sitting here and give me some BS reason why you're letting me go.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to walk me to the door, ask for my badge. I've kept every single badge but one.
I don't have any of my old badges. I used to, but yeah. But we get to the main stage, and they're getting ready for the duel, which I thought it was cute. They went back to back, well, as far as they could because of the end of her costume. They did their 10 steps. They turned around and they sang. Up first, we had "Take Me Home," "Country Roads," John Denver, sung by the Ram. Now, you know how I love my country music. You know how I love my country music. Being a Texan, we know this song very much so, okay? So he started singing this, and like the little country boy inside of me is like, oh, this is my song. I got so excited. And I'm just sitting there singing along. I'm like, yes, yes. I'm like having a good old time. I'm like, you're still going home, but I'm having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a great performance to go out on, you know?
Right.
And then Firefly sang "God is a Woman" by Ariana Grande.
With her whole chest.
Her whole chest.
Whole chest.
I'm like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you was trying to stay.
Yes, yes. Yes, that was good. But this time, only the judges got to choose between the top two, between the bottom two on which one gets to stay. And they chose that Firefly to stay, which means Ram would have to leave tonight. So these are the final predictions of the judges for who the Ram is. I was still hollering Matthew Stanford because I'm like, it has to be the obvious choice. It has to be. But baby, Eric, is that his name? Eric?
Yes.
Eric knew who it was.
Eric STONESTREET came through in the clutch and was like, I know that person.
And then Robin's gonna piggyback off his ass. I'm going with him. I agree. But I'm still hollering, nope, it's Matthew. Y'all are both wrong. And they were right. It was Joe Buck. And he sang for us one more time.
Yes.
But yes, that is this episode here, honey. All right. But overall, like I said, I enjoyed the episode. I hate that they're doing all the group back to back. I really want some, I want to see new faces. I know because we know
some variety.
There's 10 more singers I want to hear. And I'm like, are they not going to do wild cards this year? I think I got so used to wild cards. I'm not able to secure a lot of celebrities this time, or at least people who are well known.
I have no clue.
Some of these people they've got on the show are not celebrities, but they are well known. I'm like, you can't you tell me there's not somebody from a reality show who don't want to get up here for a hoop and a holler.
Or, a couple.
Get Nene. Get Nene Leakes on the show. But I think as soon as Nene starts singing, I'll be like, oh, that's Nene. That's Nene.
She'd make it one episode.
But Nene can sing, so she'll probably make it a good couple of episodes, but you'll know it's Nene. Kind of like when Candy Burgess did the show. She won. I think it was season 3. But as soon as she opened her mouth, episode 1, I'm like, oh, that's Candy. Oh, that's Candy. Just like Todrick last season. As soon as he opened his mouth, I'm like, that's Todrick.
Oh, yeah.
That's Todrick. Todrick, what you doing?
And for some weird reason, he's the only person I know who puts it in all of his contracts. He has to keep his costume.
He's kind of weird. But anyway, there was only 2 I knew last season, I'm sorry. The only other one that I knew right off the jump was the pufferfish, who was Tony Braxton. Tony and Todrick were the only 2 that I knew off my first impression. The rest I got there eventually. But the only 2 that I got off of first impressions were them 2. But yes, that is our episode. I'm excited for next week, but only one person's gonna make it out of it, which means only two masks are gonna come off next week.
Yep.
And
And
it's really between Thingamabob and Firefly. Me personally, I want Firefly because I want Tiana to keep going. And
yes.
but I know for sure we're gonna find out who Cyclops is next week. And if I'm right,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna be sick of me next review. As soon as you get on the camera, it's already gonna be recorded. Who did I have? Who? Just be ready. Just be ready. We're gonna get up out of here. We got things to do, people to see. So, LaCresha, where can they find you on social media platforms?
You can find me at Cresha McGill on all social media. That's CRESHAMCGILL.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDSMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week for the next episode of The Masked Singer. Bye.